Melton with Milton. I want to let you know that I just received some amazing wax, and I wanted to tell you guys about it. The wax is from Hillbilly Wax Company. You can definitely visit hillbillywaxco.com. The owner, Stacy, is so awesome. She actually has a sampler going on right now to introduce her new sales. You are able to get 8 1-ounce shots and 2 shapies for $15, and that does include shipping. So once again, that is free shipping for you to try out this vendor, and I would highly recommend that. I'm going to read the scent notes off and what I think and how I feel about each scent and how I blended some of them, etc., so that you guys can really get the full gist of my experience. So without further ado, I'm going to kick it off with my favorite scent, which is pistachio. Everybody knows I'm a pistachio lover. I guess I go nutty for the nuts. And it's the nutty squirrel. My boyfriend's dancing in the background making me laugh. So I actually melted the pistachio pudding cake, and I just cut off a little teeny piece of it, and I put it in my bathroom. My bathroom is very, very small, and then I have a master bath. So I put a little piece into a nightlight warmer in my guest bathroom, which is like my half bath, and then I put a little dime size amount in my bathroom. The wax really performed really well. It exceeded the spaces, and it had longevity for over 8 hours. I decided to move what was remaining of the wax, so I would probably say about 0.75% of that ounce was still remaining, and I actually cut that in half, and then I cut strawberry smuckers, which is a scent that she has. It's like strawberry jam with a little bit of cake, but it's actually more cake than jam. But I'm a jam lover, so I decided to have strawberry jam and pistachio pudding cake put together. I actually put the blend, basically it's just like a little bit over 1.5 ounces into 3 warmers downstairs. So my downstairs space is about 900 square feet, not including my garage. So what I did do is I put it in my 24-watt candle air warmer. I also put it in my 20-watt Glade warmer, and then I also have a Sensia cord that I cut a little piece and put like a little bit of each into the 3 warmers. The wax performed so beautifully. I melted it for about 6 hours. It was still going strong for most people, but for me, I like my nose hairs to tingle. The wax does not take any time to start, letting you know that I'm in the room. So upon me putting it in the warmer, I'd probably say about a good 6 minutes or so, you could definitely tell that the wax was evident in the room. So since it was evident in the room, I was very pleased with it, and it began to throw immediately. There was no funny undertones or anything like that that I got, and I really, really enjoyed it. The next day I did, I put Granny's Kitchen, which is like a creamy butter blended with pecans and cinnamon. The scent was kind of generic for me. A lot of places have a scent similar to this. While this wasn't my favorite blend of this particular thing, because I'm a caramel lover, I'm a Southern girl, so I really, really like that. It performed okay for me. Per my notes, it was a 3 out of 5 downstairs in my open space, and I also put a little bit in my upstairs warmer. And my upstairs warmer in my bathroom is a mainstay warmer from Walmart, and you know that they get really hot, and then they really kind of burn scents pretty quickly. It actually stayed up there for quite some time, and it was a 5 out of 5. So especially if you have an apartment or something like that, this wax you're not going to need a lot. Definitely not going to need a lot. Then I moved on to more fruity things. I melted Sweet Summertime, and I melted Bare Butt, and I actually have a little piece of Bare Butt in right now. Bare Butt is like a butt naked type scent. I really love butt naked. My favorite butt naked blend came from Up North Creations. No, Up North Creations. And it's really, really good. And a Crafty Barista has a really good butt naked scent. But I will say that Bare Butt in this category is a top contender for this scent. And I get a butt naked scent from a lot of vendors, including Kay, Front Porch, and those are some of my favorites. Those are my top of my vendors. So it really did perform really well. Sweet summertime is like pineapple, vanilla, peaches, and banana, and coconut milk. Everyone knows I always joke about my boyfriend making jokes about my wax and how much I love it, etc. He actually came in and he was like, wow, it smells really, really good in here, and he complimented your wax. So I think that that's in a lot saying itself for someone who's not a wax addict or who doesn't quite understand my addiction. The wax does perform at a 5 out of 5. Both of those perform at a 5 out of 5 in my 24 and my 20 and my Scentsy, all in a 900 square feet space. And actually, Bare Butt lasted for 12 hours consecutively, and it was very, very nice and creamy. Mule Burps is basically ginger and lime mixed with whiskey. It's like a Moscow Mule. I really, really like that scent, and I know like Paul, he really likes tobacco type scents and things like that. Chad kind of likes, you know, these smoky woodsy type scents. So these would definitely be something for you guys to try out. I really enjoyed the scent. It just reminded me of being like in an upscale club in DC, you know, where it smells really good, but not really like smoke, but like a high-end cigar, that type of scent, and it had like a little masculinity to it. So I really, really enjoyed the scent. That was a 3 out of 5 in my big space. In my bedroom, because I did melt it in there as well, because I have warmers in just about all the rooms. In my bedroom, I have a candle warmer, and it's like a 20 watt, and it performed in that space for quite some time. And my bedroom is, you know, it's a pretty good sized bedroom. But that was a 3 out of 5. I think that one, that was a 3 is probably about the lowest rating of any of the waxes that I had, and I would definitely say Mule Burps was that. But I'm glad it wasn't an in your face. It was kind of appropriate for that setting, you know, for what it was. I don't want an overly masculine woodsy type scent. When I have masculinity meets woodsy, you gotta kind of play it off, and the lime was just the right twist. So she did very, very good. She got that very good. Close on the line is like a blue downy with a touch of fresh mountain air. That scent for me was very strong, and it smelled really good at first. It did not have a longevity for me. It ended at around 2 hours. It was a 5 out of 5 originally, but as it went on, there was something that I started to kind of not desire. So I mixed something in with it. Call me crazy, but I was like, you know, hey, let me throw in, I want to say I threw in Smoky Mist, which is a retail wax. And they play really, really well together. So I could tell her wax really are more like mixers that you can really throw them to other things, and they perform really well. So it was still evident that I could smell the downy, but around 2 hours, it was time for me to change it. Additionally, the Blackbird's birthday cake is basically birthday cake filled with blackberry and a touch of citrus. I love things that make me feel happy and lighten the mood, and that definitely did that. As soon as I put it in, I chopped that baby up. I took the 1 ounce and I put it in like 3 warmers. I put one in my bedroom upstairs. I put one in my guest bathroom, and I put one in my living room. I mean, sorry, my den. And my den is, I think it's like 350 square feet, so it's not like super big. It's just a place for us to hang out. But I was hanging out last night with 3 of my dogs, and everybody knows I'm a fur mom. I have 7 babies in here with us at any given time. So I had my 3 dogs hanging out, and they had just come from outside, and the scent like overpowered that fresh outdoorsy type scent that they have, and it actually made me, it just lifted my mood. I felt really, really good. I mean, you know, it was the perfect melt, actually, because Roseanne came back on, you know. I'm kidding, but seriously, it did lighten the mood, and it wasn't like a typical birthday cake. And I like the fact that I could separate the notes in it. I could easily pick up the citrus. I could easily pick up the blackberry. So she did a fantastic with that. I would give it a 5 out of 5 because all in all, the scent did travel with me. Although I wasn't in my den, I was actually in my living room later on that night, because that lasted about 8 hours. I actually left my warmer on overnight, and when I woke up the next morning, it was still there. It wasn't as strong. It was probably about a 3 at that point, but it was still good because it was nice to wake up to it. It kind of greeted me when I was getting ready to go to work. So all in all, Stacy did a really, really good job. I think that she definitely is someone that I will order from all the time, especially for like a lot of mixers. But just because her wax, everything was consistent, and for her to be, you know, new and not, you know, there was no fluke, there was no dud, there wasn't a hang up with the tat, there was no issue with customer service. I really enjoyed everything from start to finish, and I'm actually going to order a sampler for someone in our wax retail group, because I want to give someone who has never tried a retail wax to try this wax, so that you can really see that this can compete with Better Homes and Gardens or Mainstay or Sensationals any day of the week. It definitely can, and I think that she will probably end up being in my top 5, just because the throw kicks ass like really quickly, and the longevity is there, and the scents are beautiful. I know that Terry would really love these. Terry, I know that you really like quality scents, and that's like one of your favorite brands, but I will say I think that Stacy's wax can definitely compete with quality scents any day of the week for me. If you guys want to try out the sampler, definitely go to Hillbilly Wax Co. .com and check it out. She has a sampler this week. It is 8 1-ounce scent shots, 2 shapies for $15. That is including shipping. Even if you're on a wax ban, we all know what that means. Even if you're on a wax ban, I definitely think that you should give it a shot. She also has one that's a little bit less expensive. I believe it's like $10. But if you really want something, her tat is really, really quickly, no longer than 7 days, and I didn't even have to wait like 3. I got my items like ASAP. So I'm gonna let you know that Stacy did not pay for me to do this review. This is just my own thoughts, my feelings. She will see this review at the same time, just like everybody else, because that's what I do. It's how I roll. It's how I be. So I definitely I'm happy that you guys have tuned in to Melton with Milton, and I'll check out you guys later.